games.
More games.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what kinds of games? Like
Sir, like jumble words game.
jumble words game. Okay,
Yes, sir.
no issue. We'll discuss this in like in last half an hour. Okay.
Sure, sir.
So guys, I think you are already familiar with the topic of modules concept, right? Okay, sir. And I don't think so you will find any difficulties in this concept. Modules is just a collection of all the functions, right? Now our today topic is try and exception handling. Okay. Then in upcoming class we'll start with the file handling topic. Okay. So today's topic is exception handling. Exception handling. So guys, what is exception and what is the meaning of handling that exception, right? Exception means we are not ready for that error and it comes at runtime. What does that mean, guys? So actually we have created, suppose we have created some codes and programs and we have not calculated all the permutation and combinations that user might give the wrong input as well, right? And suddenly our code breaks and not runs properly what we expected to complete it, right? So that particular problem, that particular error generally gives the exception. Exceptions means a certain error which occurs at a runtime. Whenever we are running the code, it it might be due to like the input from the user, or it might be due to the different kinds of logical issue and so on. Okay, guys. Okay, Mohit, Shivani. Perfect. So
Yes, sir.
in short,
Yes, sir.
exception is a error. Is an error that generally occurs at runtime. Exception, just error. So our today topic is to how to handle that error. Handling does not means, Mohit, that we are going to solve that particular error. Handling means that we can just surpass this error to further execute our next code block. It means like suppose you are a DM of some district and there's some like different scenarios or mobs going in your district. So it's your responsibility to solve that particular problem. If it is not solved at runtime, then you have to just skip that and skip in a senseful way so that it not generally create a more lot of trouble, right? You have to find the solution. Okay, guys. So exception means you have to just skip that portion. You have to tell the user that this is not a good code. You have to write the code again, and then you will definitely run to or just move to the another portion of the code, right? So handling that particular error is called exception handling. EXEPTION, exception handling. Okay, guys. Now, in Python, generally in different languages, we have different kinds of exception handling. Shivani, may I know some of them? We have try and catch block, right, guys? I think if you are familiar with this topic, we have try and catch block,
Yes, sir.
right? CATCH, catch block. Okay. I think catch spelling is perfect or not? Try and catch block. No issue, just ignore this. But in Python, sir, we have try and except block. Okay, and that except blocks generally represent exception. Perfect. Suppose we have one number which is A23 and B is 0. Now I'm just dividing A by B, and I know that you cannot divide any number with 0. It will give you the exception, and that exception is zero division error. Okay, Mohit, this is called exception. Whatever the error that you are getting while running any code, this particularly like refer to a exception concept. Okay, and it says that division by zero is not possible. That's why you are getting zero division error. Mohit and Shivani, perfect.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
now another exception. Suppose we have guys some list and I want to print index position of 20, and I know that there is no such element which is stored at index 20, and again it will give me an error which is index error. That again is an exception. May I know some another exception, guys? Like whatever error that you were getting from your starting class or your starting days. Any another list of error, Mohit and Shivani? You sir also?
Value error.
Sorry, value error, right? Perfect. Value error. Another type, guys. We have type error as well, right?
Syntax error.
Syntax error. Syntax error is a grammatical mistake. Okay. So we can handle all the logical error, but we cannot handle the grammatical mistake error. Syntax error is also a exception. Like suppose this is our string and by mistaken we forgot it particularly to apply closing string, right? And it will give me syntax error. We have different types of problems related to syntax error as well, right? Now suppose we have 67.9 as a float value, but it is in string format, and we are directly typecasting this float value, a string float value into an integer, and it says a value error. That means you cannot typecast this floating integer with respect to base 10. It will give an error which is a value error, right? Now suppose we have 56 as an string and b as a 60 as an integer number. Okay, Mohit? And we are performing addition operation a respect b, and we are getting a type error, and it says you cannot concatenate a string with integer number. You can just only concatenate a string with a string and integer with integer, or integer with integer is an addition process, not a concatenation process, right? Am I right, guys? Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Guys, this is our data. Sorry. Hmm? 67.9 in string format, not in floating value. Huh. In string format, right? If you are just simply typecasting your floating value, this is not an error. Okay, Mohit? Generally typecast the value of float into integer format, right? This is not an issue. But if it is not directly available, it is indirectly available in string format, and you will give this particular value error. Perfect, guys. Suppose this is our data, and in this data we have some keys and values. The first one is Mohan, second one is age, and the third one is their salary. And I know that, Mohit, is there any key like something which is similar to address? Is there any address key in this
No,
data?
sir.
No. And I know that if I call my key, I'll get my value. I think we guys have already aware with this concept, right? If we just pass the key's name inside the dictionary name, we'll get with the data. Yes or no, guys? Now the
Yes, sir.
question is, suppose by mistaken I have mentioned the address key, and I know that there is no such address key, and again it will give an error which is a key error, right? Suppose I am running my for loop, and I just want to print the all I value, but instead of using indentation approach, I have used something like this, and again this is a grammatical mistake. Okay, Shivani? Any grammatical mistake cannot be solved with the concept of exception handling. You cannot handle a grammatical mistake error. You can only handle the logical error, and that error which generally comes from with the logical issue, not with the grammatical issue. This indentation error is a grammatical error. Syntax error is a grammatical error. Okay, that means you are writing something invalid code. Okay, candidates, yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Shivani, any other errors, guys, that you are already familiar with? Just name it. Candidates. I think I have already introduced you the concept of modules, right? And I know that if I want to import a Naman module, and there is no such Naman module present in my present dictionary, again it will give an error like module not found error. Okay. In last class, we know that we have the module name which is Pradeep.py, right? From Pradeep, I'm importing random. Is there any random method in this Pradeep module? Guys, is there any random method that we have declared? No? Yes or no?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
This will give an error, right? Import error. And it says you cannot import random from this file because this file does not have any method related to random module, right? Random method, right? Okay, candidates, yes or no? Perfect.
Yes.
Guys, any another list of errors? So all the errors are part of my Python directory, which is underscore underscore built-ins underscore underscore. You will get the list of all the errors and all the list of inbuilt functions. We have already understood the concept of different inbuilt functions like execute file, eval, enumerate, char, class method, compile, complex, yes, you know. And all these are the list of inbuilt errors, right? It's not necessary to complete all the like all the errors whatever like we have given, but the important thing is that how to handle all these error if it is comes at a random or at a runtime, right? So file exist error, it will come when we are opening some file and it already exists. We'll definitely discuss this concept in file handling, right? Buffer error, assertion error, memory error, base exception error. Let me just show you the concept of overflow error. What is overflow error? Our memory like got overflow. Our memory or our RAM is not capable to perform all the task execution, and it says you have an overflow error. What is the meaning of that? Let me just show this. Suppose this is my data, and with the help of this list comprehension, Shivani, this is my range value, right? And I know that this is tremendously very large range value. And what I just want to store the power of this every I, and I know that this is very humongous value. I cannot store all this value in just a simple data list and within our RAM memory system. Yes or no, guys? If I run this, let me just show this. This will take time, and I think it would be around 1 to 2 minutes. So I'll wait for this, and I'll show this what exactly the error that we'll get. Okay. This try to perform, my system tries to perform all the execution operation, right? And after some time, it will fail to execute all the codes because my system memory, my system RAM will not allow to do the same, right? This is the task manager. And after some iteration, it will give an overflow error or memory error. So we'll just wait for this. Candidate, do you have any question as of now?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Perfect. So guys, we'll wait for some time, right? Because my system is trying to compute all the iteration, okay? And after like trying to execute all the iteration, my RAM is not sufficient, so definitely it will give an error which is overflow memory error or OS error. Okay, let me just wait. You guys can also try this. Hmm? Yes, this one. Hmm. Okay guys, what is your expectation? Will this going to be execute or it will give an error? What is your exception, guys?
So it will give an error, I think.
Definitely, because this computation is very large and very complex, right? You
Yes, sir.
just try to find the solution, but it will not find all the possible values because the range is very large, right? And parallelly, I'll show you my C drive value, which is 6.46. Okay. taking so much of time, right? In last class, it did not take that much of time. Okay, guys. So it's taking so much of time, right? So shall I just move to another topic, or like I have to wait? Okay, this will definitely gives you the error, which is overflow error, right? OS error, memory error, and overflow error. Okay, let me just wait for 1 more minute, right? For I in range, and during each iteration, I want something this and print data. Okay, guys, you can try this code, right? As of now, I'm going to stop this. Okay, candidate, I don't think there is such issue related to this. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Because it's taking so much of time, and in last class it did not take that much of time, but right now it's taking, I don't know. Okay, so keyword interrupt is not an error. Like I have manually interrupted that keyword. Okay, this is not an error. This is just a warning. Okay. Now another, okay, let me just show you import error. I have already, okay, keyboard interrupt is also a part of my error and warning. Memory error, ellipsis, connection error, we'll cover this in like DBMS topic. Okay, permission error we have, runtime error, zero division error, warning, value error we have, syntax error, recursion error, right? Shivani, you are already familiar with this topic, right? Recursion error. Okay.
Yes, sir.
This is my Karthik function, and this Karthik function calling itself Karthik. Yes or no? And if I just run this, after running number of iteration, it will give an error which is recursion error. Okay, sir? So all these are the important error, and the rest error you will definitely counter in upcoming classes. Okay, our main topic is not to discuss all the possible error. Our main topic is to handle this error, and that's why the topic name is exception handling. So suppose we have to make the we have to like we assume that if this code will not going to be executed successfully, and if this code like created any problem, and this could be a part of my error, then I have to make sure that this could not generate any error. You have, if this generate, then you have to handle that. Okay, candidates, again I am taking basic example. You have to divide 12 with 0, and I know that this is my zero division error. Yes or no, Shivani? Now to
Yes,
handle
sir.
this concept, you have to pass the try statement, and no need to pass any like logical or any boolean condition. Whatever the code that you want to try, just copy that code. Okay, just select all the portion of code and press tab from keyboard. It will become the part of this try code block. You are saying, hey system, please try this. Okay, if it runs successfully, then do the task, whatever task has been given, right? If it is not run successfully, then you are saying except, and within this exception code block again you are saying something went wrong. Okay, Mohit,
Yes, sir.
something went wrong, and it says, yeah, something went wrong. What does that mean? That means our try block not executed properly. There might be some error which is like a zero division error, and due to this error our try block not executed successfully, and that's why we are getting exception, and that exception is handled by this except, and which is something went wrong. Why we are using this concept, guys? Let me just show this. Shivani, suppose this is our code, and after this print a by b, we have some error free code, which is hello world, right? b is equals to this list, and you are just adding d plus d. And I think, guys, this one is perfect code. Yes or no? Print hello world, this one, and that one. Yes or no? Sorry, you're getting error. Phil? No, that code is still running. You have to stop that code. That one. Okay? You have to stop this code with the help of this. This is square box. Interrupt the kernel. Okay? Just click multiple times, and if you will find this notebook icon here, then you can execute the next code, otherwise not. If you find like some different icons, like something else, okay, then you cannot run the next code. Just hit this kernel multiple times. Okay, Shivani, I think this one is perfect code from there to there, right? And here we have some error, which is a divided by b. So my question is, Mohit, will this code going to be executed or not after this code? Mohit and Shivani,
No, sir.
will I get my all the answers, or my kernel like interrupt here and I'll not get the rest answer? What is
The
your opinions,
kernel
guys?
will interrupt.
Okay, my code interpreter, interrupt, right? And
Yes, sir.
we'll not get particularly this answer. Why? Because Python says if you have any error at any line, your next code will not going to be executed. Okay, if I run this, what we are getting, guys? Zero division error. Okay, sir. Now after zero division error, we are not getting this answer, although we know that this is a perfect code. Okay, but we are not getting error. Any question, candidate? No.
No, sir.
Suppose I know this portion of code has some errors. Like, so what I'll do, I'll pass this portion of code in nested try, in just indented try block. Yes or no? And I know that this could generate some errors. Yes or no, Shivani? And
Yes,
in
sir.
exception, I'm saying you have to say something wrong with try block. Okay, guys. Now the question is, this will code run, it will give an error. This error will handle by this except, and except will print this message. And after all this code runs successfully, yes or no? After running this exception, you will get your rest answer, which is hello world and d plus d, and which is df. Yes or no, Shivani? Mohit,
Yes, sir.
sir, you are facing some error, right? Where is your terminal? I think you have cut your terminal, right? Yes. Your terminal is a part of this Jupyter notebook, right? And in which browser you are using your Jupyter notebook? Chrome, right? So if you are working with Jupyter notebook, make sure your kernel runs all the time, right? Otherwise your next code will not going to be executed. Now what you have to do, just press Ctrl S from system, Ctrl S, Ctrl S. Now close this, okay? close this also and search Jupyter Notebook here and run your terminal again, right? This terminal is responsible for everything, whether you are writing any code or you are executing any code. If you just cut this black screen, you cannot execute the next code. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to just minimize all this terminal block, right? You cannot cut this. Now, whatever the code that you are performing, just click on this last modify, and I think your all notebook shows here, right? Exception handling, perfect. Just double click on it and all your topics are here, right? Perfect. And make sure no need to run this code again because this code itself an error. Okay, so control all this code, right? And comment it out. So press control / from your keyboard. Control / press control /, right? Now just move to another code and try the same. Okay, so the question, Mohit, is like after handling that exception, our next code going to be executed? Yes or no? So this is the
Yes.
concept of Shivani exception handling. Yes or no, Shivani?
Yes, sir.
And it says that you can handle any type of error with the help of this try and exception. Perfect. Now, guys, let me just move to another topic, which is different code blocks of exception handling. Different code block of not code block, different blocks of exception handling. So we have 4 statement in exception handling. The first one is try, second one is except, third one is else, and the fourth one is finally, right? All these are the 4 building blocks of exception handling topic. Now let me just stick to this topic as of now. Sorry, no, catch is not a part of Python. I was just saying in different programming language you have to use catch block. Okay, right? But in Python you have to use except block. Perfect. Catch is similar as same as except, that you are catching your error in this except statement and you are printing that something went wrong with the try block. Perfect, guys. Now, Mohit, the question is what kind of error this try blocks can handle? Mohit, my question is how many types of error this try block can handle? Any guess? Guys, online students? Mohit and Shivani? Guys, do you have any idea? Can I say this? Try can handle any kind of exception or any kind of error. A try means you are just saying try this code block, right? Whatever the error that you will get, this can be handled with the help of exception. Can I just say this statement, candidates? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Shivani, whatever we'll get this error, suppose now this time this is not our error. Now this time we generate some different error, which is recursion error, like Karthik. I'm calling this function Karthik. Okay, and again it's saying the same message, something went wrong with the try block, something went wrong with the try block. So this not actually looks good, right? You are getting the same message again and again. Yes or no, Shivani? So my
Yes,
question
sir.
is, can I make something like in which whatever the errors that we are getting in try block, that same message printed in except block? Can I write something like this? Yes, we have solution for that same also. So what I'll do, I'll say I know that this Karthik, first of all for this you have to make sure that you are aware of what exactly the error that you are getting, right? And I know that what kind of errors this Karthik can generate. Shivani, recursion error, yes or no?
Recursion.
So
Yes,
you
sir.
have to say except recursion error. Make sure all errors spelling start with capital letters. Just type RE, press tab, and you will get all the list of errors, right? Errors and warning. You have to just select recursion error. You are saying except recursion error means you are handling that recursion error. Okay? And Mohit, you have to write as E. E means whatever the error message you are getting with this try code block, store that message in this e variable. Store that message in this e variable. Yes or no, Mohit?
Yes, sir.
And you can just simply say what you have to just do, just print simply e. Now you will get maximum recursion depth exceeded, and this is the same message you will get after running this simple function, and the message prompt comes after this recursion error message. This is the same message, Shivani. Maximum recursion depth exceeded, yes or no?
Yes,
So
sir.
sir, the question is, whatever error that you are writing here, that message generally stored in this variable, and you can give any name to this variable. Suppose I want to write something this ERROR. Can I write this, Mohit? Whatever the message that you are getting, just store this message in this error variable. Yes or no? And I can just simply print this error. Yes or no, guys? Mohit and Shivani. Guys, any question?
No, sir.
Mohit? Mohit and Shivani. Guys, everything's clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now question is, Mohit, I have explicitly handled recursion error. So will my accept code block can handle any another type of error? I am just saying you have to handle recursion error. Okay, sir? But instead of generating recursion error, I am generating zero division error. And I know that I cannot divide any number with zero, right? This code block says zero division error, but in this exception or catch block I am saying you have to handle recursion error. So is this error will be handled, or I'll get the zero division error? Oh, let me know, guys. Will my error handle automatically, or I'll get zero division error?
Zero division error.
Zero division error. Perfect. Why I'm getting zero division error? Because I was saying you have to handle just recursion error. But whatever the code that you have written there, that code not generating recursion error, that code generating zero division error. So if you again want to handle zero division error, then you have to again write multiple except condition. Okay, Mohit? Now you
Yes,
are
sir.
writing except zero division error. You are just simply saying as E, and in this E, zero division error. Thank you, sir. In this E, you are just simply saying something, or you can write your own message as well, because you know that this print only run when zero division error comes, right? And you can just simply say we can not divide any number by zero. Okay, now I'll get this message. Wait, yes or no? Which one is
Yes, sir.
perfect? Right? Now my exception can handle two types of error. The first is recursion error, and the second is zero division error. Yes. Indentation error. You are like, you have to make sure that if we are using any colon constant, right? So the next code should be indented. Otherwise, there is no such use of this writing column, right? Press tab button. And this is your answer, right? Zero division error, because you are handling recursion error, and but you are generating zero division error. Guys, this one is perfect, yes or no? Now,
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Shivani, my question is, can any new like developers or any new user can understand this particular message, maximum recursion depth exceeded, yes or no? I don't think so. This is very familiar, like for new user. So can I just overwrite the message after printing this error? I am just simply saying you are calling same function in same function. FUNCTION. Okay. You are calling function in same function. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And this will generally create a recursion error. Okay. And if you just run this and suppose there is some recursion error, then you will get maximum recursion depth exceeded. You are calling same function in same function. Mohit, I think this one is perfect comparatively to previous one. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right? Now, my exception can handle only two types of errors. The first one is recursion error and the second one is zero division error. Will my except block can handle like error which is a key error, and I know that this is my address, but I am printing salary of this data. Like, is there any key related to salary in my data dictionary? No. What kind of error I'll get, guys? Key
Key
error.
error.
Now, key error does not contain any messages. It not comes with any message. It just simply says salary. We guys already know that this is a issue of key error, but any new developer or any new user will not going to understand this, right? Now, because you are not handling that key error, you have to handle that, and you have to write different except for this, except key error. And in this key error, again you are storing this as E, and you can just simply, I don't think so there is such requirement of storing E, because this is not something very useful message. Okay, so you can just ignore this, guys. Yes or no, Shivani?
Yes, sir.
I'm saying you have used wrong key while calling dictionary. Yes or no? I think this one is perfect comparatively to just a simple message which is salary. And if user is like, if they have any basic concept of dictionary and programming, then they'll definitely understand, okay, this is the mistake that I have committed, right? Can rate any doubt? No.
No, sir.
But the problem, Mohit, is we know that we have lots of errors. Okay, is this is necessary to like accept all the errors? We have more than 50 errors. Like, we cannot write the except code block each error for each error. Yes or no, Mohit and Shivani?
Yes, sir.
That's why we finally write simple except. A simple except everything, except any error. And I'll just simply store this exception as exception, because this time I don't know what exactly the exception is. So I can just simply say except exception as E. Okay, Shivani? This exception is any exception, right? Any error. And I am saying you have to print this E, and with this print, also print this something went wrong with try code block. I think this one is perfect, guys. Yes or no? Now, suppose there is no error with this given data set, right? Suppose we have some different error, which is like, I am just simply typecasting my float value, and I know that this is again a value error. Yes or no? And I am getting this message, invalid literal for something this, and something went wrong with the try block. Guys, any doubt, any issue?
No, sir.
So
Understood.
with this concept, we can handle any error. This is not, that means that you are like solving the problem of error, right? This is just simple that you are bypassing the error, and you are bypassing the error with some message, with the error message and with your message as well. And this will generally helps you to execute the another code. This will not going to stop your interpreter to not execute the next code, right? I can just simply write done, and I'll get my done message, because all the core all the errors has been handled by this except block. Sir, any doubt? Shivani, Mohit, guys, any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, any questions? No.
No, sir.
Okay, guys, now just move to another statements, which is try except else and finally. Now this is not generally used so much, but you have to use some time, right? So that's why you have to learn this concept as well. First time I'll just show you where we have to use this. So all these are code block, right? Suppose this is try code block, and try code block like have lots of code block. Can I just simply write this, Shivani? Right? This is our except. And this is our else. Guys, this is similar as whatever we have performed in for loop with else and while loop with else. I think you guys already know the concept, right?
Yes, sir.
What is the concept of for loop with else, Shivani?
So can you repeat your question?
Like, what is the concept of for loop with else? What do you understand by using else with for loop? And where we have to use this concept? Did you get my question?
Yes, sir.
What
Uh, where we use else in
with for
for
loop,
loop.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you have any idea?
Sir, may I?
Yes, Mohit, you can.
Yes, sir. Sir, this else will execute when the for loop runs successfully.
Yeah, perfect. This else will execute when for loop runs successfully. And I think same concept is similar with while loop, right? This
Yes,
else
sir.
will run if my while loops run successfully. So here we also apply the same concept. This else will run when our try block runs successfully. Okay. Okay, Shivani.
Yes, sir.
When try block runs, okay, guys, what is the meaning of run successfully? This is not
When
that,
there is,
yeah, this is not that just one code runs successfully. Whatever the number of code that you have written, it should run all the code successfully, right? If you have written 5 codes, all 5 codes should be perfect. There is no such error with any code block or any code whatever just you have written in inside try block. Yes or no, Mohit? It should run all the codes individually with perfection. Guys, any doubt? Sir?
No, sir.
No? Suppose we have written like 2 codes perfect. Hello world. Is there any issue with this hello world? No? Yes or no?
No, sir.
My name is Python. I'm just appending 123 in A, and now this is the error. Suppose we have used this concept. Right? So where is my error is, guys? I think this one or this one. I think this one is error. Okay, candidate.
Yes.
Now suppose I just want to print we are in Noida. Perfect, guys. So this one is perfect. This one is also perfect. This one is also perfect. But this is something which is not perfect. This is a particular error, right? Because salary is not present inside dictionary, data dictionary. Am I right, Shivani?
yes,
Now
sir.
my question is, try block runs something like this. It will just simply pick this one single liner code and try to run this. Okay, if it is run successfully, then we'll pick another code and try to run this. Again, this will run successfully. Same case happened with this all codes, right? Now the turn comes to this code. This one is also perfect. Now what about this? My interpreter will try to execute this and it will encounter with some error. Okay, and because it encounter with some error, this will generate an error, and this code block will not going to be executed successfully. because this code node has been executed as of now. Yes or no, Shivani? This remains
Yes, sir.
unexecuted. Okay, Mohit? Because
Yes, sir.
my single one portion of code remains unexecuted, so I can simply say my try block not run successfully. If 99.99% code runs successfully and 0.1% code not run successfully, then it means my else will not going to be executed. I think this one is perfect example. Yes or no, guys? So else,
Yes,
when
sir.
will this else run? This will run only when all the codes inside of this try blocks run successfully. Perfect, candidate. Now, what about this finally code block? This finally says I am not dependent to anyone. I'll run at any cost. I I don't know the concept of whether try is running, except is running, else is running. I have to just run. Okay? This will run at any cost. What does that mean, Mohit? This is not dependent at any statement or at any blocks. Yes or no? Whether
Yes, sir.
try blocks run successfully or not, finally going to be executed. Whether except runs or not, whether else runs or not, this should be run at any cost. Shivani, any doubt?
No, sir.
No. So my question is, what could be the possible answers I'll get, guys? This one is perfect, right? Now my try fails, so I'll get this also as a message. Yes or no, Shivani? Now I know that if this except runs, this else will not going to be run. Yes or no, Mohit?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I know that the finally does not depends to anyone and it will run. Okay, Mohit?
Yes, sir.
So now Shivani, if I just run this, I'll get the answers from hello world and my name is Python from try code block, and this is an except code block from exception, and this will run at any cost from finally code block. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Guys will not use this concept so much, right? We just only use try and accept. There is no such huge requirement of this concept, but because this is a part of like concept, so that's why we are learning this. Okay, Mohit, Shivani.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now my question is, Shivani, to you. Can I just say this? If try runs successfully, this else will going to be executed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If my try runs successfully, the except will not run at any cost. If
Yes,
my
sir.
try all code blocks run successfully, will this going to be executed? Yes or no? No?
No.
Okay. If my except runs, I know that this else will not going to be run. Can I say this, Mohit?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the final statement is whatever any statement or code block is running or not, but this will going to be executed at any cost, right?
Yes, sir.
So now guys, we have completed this try and exception. And all this concept is exception handling. And in short, we have just understood like how to handle each individual error. If we can write something like this, we can handle individual error. If I don't want something like this, I can just simply pass except all the exception as E, and this will catch all the errors, whatever the errors that we are getting. Perfect, right? And all these are the remaining code block, which is else and finally. Guys, any doubt? Sir, Pradeep sir, do you have any questions? No? Mohit?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, like suppose guys we have of the same concept in nested if else, right? In the same way, we have nested try exception concept. Guys, I'll just give you the scenario, right? I'll just give you the syntax. Inside this try, I can also use try. Okay. Mohit, I am just using the pass statement because I'll not write all the possible codes. Okay. I'm just giving you the possible combinations, right? And inside this try, I can just use except as well. Yes or no, Shivani?
Yes, sir.
I know that if this try, if I want to try this code block, first you have to try this. If this runs successfully, then this will not going to be run. If this not run successfully, then this will run. Okay. Now when this except run, when this try fails, right? Sorry, new. What override? Okay, select करना. Shift enter. Just run shift enter. Okay, if you want to try some shortcut, just click on this white space area, this white space area. Okay, and then press B. Check it's working or not. Because I am using older version. Okay. Click on this white space area and press B from keyboard. This will give you the next cell. It's coming, right? Okay. So inside this except, Mohit, can I also use again try and accept concept? Yes or no, guys?
Yes, sir.
So guys, this is as simple as is, right? As it is. And inside this else, I can also use this try and pass, try and accept concept. Yes or no, Shivani?
Yes, sir.
Inside this finally, I can also use this try and Mohit, this is the shorter version of passing the statement, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is not like, guys, this is the end of this topic. Inside of this, any try or code block, you can use any concept. Like inside this except, I can just simply use the else concept. Inside this else, I can also use the try concept with the except portion. Yes or no? Within this except, I can also use the try portion. Yes or no? With this except concept. Yes or no, Shivani?
Yes, sir.
Let me just
Yes,
pass
sir.
this else concept and with this finally concept, and within this finally I can also use the try and the except. So as of now there is no such requirement of any examples like I'll give, but the concept will remain same. You can use any number of try and except in your nested try exception concept in case of requirement if it is required, right? Otherwise there is no such use of that. I'll just simply use the try and basic try and accept concept. Mohit and Shivani, guys, we have completed this concept. If you guys have any question related to this topic, then just ask me.
No, sir.
No,
No, sir.
I think this
No,
one is
sir.
perfect, right?
Yes,
Now
sir.
the question is, if there is requirement of raising our error, like I want to create our own created error, how we can create our own error, right? Because I know that some developers created this zero division error. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Suppose I want to create our own error, how we can create our own error, right? Yes, sir. Any doubt? No? So guys, we have raise statement for that. Okay? We have raise statement. Whatever you are getting with this bold green color, this is considered as a statement, not a function. You cannot use raise this with bracket, right? You can use, although you can use, but this is just a statement. Same as the pass is as a statement, right? If is also a statement, else is also a statement, break is also a statement, del is also a statement. Okay, all these are statements. And how you'll get all the statements with this help keywords function. All these are the list of statements, right? Perfect. And here is your raise concept. Where? Here, right? Now with the help of this raise concept, we can raise our own perfect candidate. Now how? Sir, suppose this is the input that I have to take, enter your age, right? And Shivani, I am saying if my age is less than is equals to less than just 18. Okay, Mohit, I am not writing the any print statement. I am just saying you have to raise an error. And what is that error? That errors, you know that this is an exception, right? Error is itself as an exception. Yes or no? Shivani
Yes,
and
sir.
Mohit. Guys,
Yes,
we are
sir.
not using any bracket over there, right? And within this exception, if 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 you don't want to run this exception, you can just simply say instead of inside this else statement, you can just simply say you are allowed. Yes or no, guys? Now I know that my age is 21 and it says you are allowed. What in case my age is 2? It will give an exception. This is the same exception that we are expecting, guys. Okay, and now this time this error is created by us. Exception, what exactly the exception is? Exception is error. Exception, right? Shivani, is there any message associated with this exception?
No, sir.
No. Suppose I pass something like this: you are under age. Can I just pass this message inside this exception? And if I just run this, I'll get a good message after this exception error. This one is perfect, Mohit, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So now we have learned the concept of like how we can raise our own exception. And our own exception means we are creating our own error, right? Guys, any doubt? So,
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Shivani, can we rename this exception as with our error name? This is the main concept, right? Otherwise, we have to just use the exception again and again. Can we rename this exception?
Yes,
Is
sir.
this is the same question that you are asking? No? Okay, let me just show this. So, Pradeep sir, suppose I want to show my exception name, my error name. So then you have to use the class concept. Guys, we'll understand this concept in detail, in deeply in our last class, right? And the topic itself is class in last class, right? In
Yes.
this class, you have to write your error name. What is your error name that you wants to give? Mohit, what error name you wants to give?
Sir, underage error.
बहुत बढ़िया, perfect. Can I just simply say underage error, right? And I know that Shivani, underage error, whatever the error that you are using, it should be with the capital letter. Can I
Yes,
just
sir.
ignore this underscore concept? Because I know that if I am dividing 1 by 0, I'll get 0 division error, right? Because we have not used the underscore concept there, that's why we are not using it. This is not something like we cannot use this, though we can use this, but right now we are not using this. Okay, and inside this you have to pass a bracket, and just with this column just simply write pass, because you are just renaming your error. You don't want to do something extra. Okay, Mohit, and inside this bracket you pass your base exception. Your base exception is the base exception, right? Now let me just copy this code. Instead of this exception, I am saying underage error. If I just run this, this will give the proper message with the proper error name. Yes or no, guys? Shivani, is this one is
Yes,
perfect?
sir.
Like
Yes, sir.
underage error. Now we are familiar with how to generate our own exception, how to generate our own errors, right? And this is the same similar concept with the already inbuilt errors, right? What we have. Mohit, any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Now we can use underscore as well. Underage error. Let me just change this to this. I think this one is perfect, guys. Right? Now suppose I want to handle this error. Although I am raising this explicitly, but I want to handle this also, right? So then you have to just copy this. and I know that this particular section of code block can generate error. Yes or no, Shivani?
Yes, sir.
Can I just pass this code block inside this try, guys? Can I just pass this inside this try? That
Yes,
means
sir.
I want to try this. If it is run successfully, I know that my else will going to be executed. If it is not run successfully, what I am saying? I am saying handle that exception with the exception and copy this message as E. You know, and print this as E. And it says you are under age. And I know that where this message comes from, this errors message. Yes or no? And I can also simply say underage error if I want to showcase our error name as well. Underage error, you are underage. I think this one is perfect, right? We have handled
Yes.
our own created exception. Mohit, any doubts? Shivani,
No, sir.
No, sir.
perfect, guys. So in this try and exception concept or exception handling concept, we learn the concept of different types of errors, right? Different blocks of exception handling and how to create our own exception. And our own exception is our own created error, right? Guys, any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, perfect. So guys, we have completed this topic, okay? So we are done for today, right? And we'll start next topic in next class with fresh mind. Okay, sir? And what exactly the next topic is? Any guess? With sir? No
Sir,
idea?
file and
File handling, perfect, right?
yes.
Shivani, okay, this is our next topic, right? We'll complete this complete topic in next class only, right? Then after this, we'll start with request module, okay? And after this, regex, and after this, yeah, oops concept, okay? Then MySQL, then web scraping, and then perfect. Now, guys, let me just show you some basic modules concept. We have one more module, and its name is install loader. Okay, guys, what is the name of this module? Is install loader. So this is not an inbuilt module, right? Wait, what you have to do to install this module?
So pip install.
Perfect. Pip install loader. Just copy this, and this is the code that you have to run. Because in my system, I have already installed this, so there is no such requirement of yeah paste karna. Okay, Shivani and Mohit, any doubt, guys?
No, sir.
Okay, but the question is, I don't want to import this install loader in this way. I am saying from install loader, import install loader. Okay, this install loader is a module name, and this is the class name. A class name is a upper version of function, right? Okay, guys.
Yes, sir.
Now, Shivani, what exactly this module is? Suppose, guys, if we have any public Insta account, and suppose I want to download their all videos, profile content, Instagram reels, whatever the Instagram TV videos, and so on. I can easily download this with the help of this Insta loader. Okay, Shivani?
Okay, sir.
But the main constraint is this particular profile should be public account, not the private one. Now what you have to do, just open any public account. This is my Instagram. Sir, but make sure that you will only use this for limited period of time, right? Although there is no such issue for this. Okay. Now guys, question is, suppose I want to download some profile and videos of any public profile, right? Let me just show some free profiles, which is uh, bike status, right? Okay guys, bike status zone. So we have only 29 posts, right? Why we are using this ID? Because I want to show you that how to download all the images, videos, reels. If some profile have like lots of profile posts like 2000, 3000, that particular code will take time. Okay. So Shivani, what you have to do, just copy this profile name. This is a profile user ID, right? Bike status zone. Now inside this Insta loader, what you have to just give guys a class concept, right? You have to say, you first of all you have to run this code, right? Insta is equals to Insta loader. That means this is a function, this is a class that you are using. And inside this Insta, you will find download all post content something related function. Download feed post, download highlights, download picture, download profile. I want to download profile. I just have to give user ID. Yes or no, guys? Okay, Shivani and Mohit? Guys,
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
I have to just hit shift and enter, and I know that that particular post has 29 posts, right? And this will take time, and during each iteration it download one by one photos, videos, whatever the data that we have in that particular profile. Guys, any doubt? No?
No, sir.
So let me just wait for some time. This will download all data, whatever the comment, whatever the tags, hashtags, whatever the taglines, videos, photos, posts. This will download all the data. Okay, and my code stops at 12th iterations. Why, I don't know, but no issue. Let me just show you where I'll find all the data, right? This will create a particular folder with the user ID name. Okay, and you have to just check the exact location. So click on your folder, open C drive with user, with your laptop name, and inside your folder batch name, your folder is 5 to 7 English Python, and you will find a new folder which is the same profile name, bike status zone. And inside this folder, Mohit, you will get all the data. Yes or no? You have to just click on this type. Now you will find all the data. This one is profile pic, this one is photos. Yes or no? Yes or no, guys?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And you will find one more thing, which is the video as well. Guys, I'm not aware of this guy. Okay, this was just all random, right? Okay, candidates.
Yes, sir.
Shivani, any issue with this code? No, I think this one is perfect, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is just only used to create a fan following account. Suppose I want to create a fan following account for Virat Kohli, right? So I'll search Virat Kohli, and I know that Virat Kohli has 1,706 posts, and I want to download all the posts to create his a fan following account, right? So if I don't know aware of this module, then what we have to do? We have to just click on each individual photo downloader, or we have to use some another website to download all the possible content. Yes or no, Mohit and Shivani?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
And if I just use this concept, I can just simply download all the data, right? Let me just show this. Virat Kohli, and I'll stop this, right? Because I have some limited storage. I don't want to download all the data, right? Because I know that Virat Kohli profile has almost more than 1500s of posts and videos. Okay, guys? But I don't know why my code is stuck at 12th iteration. Okay, this is an issue, right? So you will just run this and let me know whether you are facing the same error or not. Not now, you will try after some time. Okay, guys? So where is your batch? 5 to 7 English Python, right? And Virat Kohli, and you have all his profile photo and data. I think this one is perfect, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys. I think enough for today, right? Shivani and Mohit. And
Sir,
we'll
can you
start
download any particular video or photo?
any particular video or footage. Yeah, we
Yes.
have. You can just explore all the rest options, right? Insta.anonymous copy, check profile ID, close context, download comments, right? We have all the options. You can just hit and try, okay? But again, I am saying, guys, this is not a part of data analyst profile. All these, what we are just performing just to generate some curiosity that Python can handle lots of things. Okay, this is not a concept of required for data analyst. Okay, Mohit, it's
Yes, sir.
save post stories, tag title, videos, pattern, file name, format file, get explore post, get feed post. Okay, let me just try this. Get feed post, login required exception. Okay, it says you have to pass your username, right? No, I have to first log in for this to particularly get that data. Okay, now if you want to like deep dive into this module, you can just follow the documentation, install loader documentation. In this documentation, it already explain all the concept, right? How to download install loader as cron job, how to download login, download private profiles. Okay, you have to avoid this concept, guys. This is not good. Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, Shivani, any doubt, any questions, Mohit? No?
No, sir.
So I think we are done for today, right? And we'll start with
Yes.
next topic, file handling, in next class. Pradeep sir, any doubt from your end? No? Okay, guys. Okay, Shivani, Mohit, bye bye.